Aurora here. Thank you so much for clicking this video. I have been getting a massive amount of DMs and messages all about my mommy voice.
I can be your mommy if you want me to. I could also step on you. I could put my booba right in your face. What are you gonna do about it? Absolutely nothing. Because chat, you are mine.
Yep, that one. Most of you are asking just how I achieve that. How does my vocals not strain? So I kind of wanted to go down a run through what I do for my vocal exercises and my vocal cord health, but I am not a professional. So please always seek a professional before starting any real treatment or changing your routine too much. These are based on just what I do, and there are a million different ways to do it, but you are curious, so I am going to go ahead and explain. The first thing that I do is actually work out. No, that's a little bit of an interesting one when we're talking about vocal cords, but most of the tutorials that I looked at, or people who are professionally doing any vocal work, they always mention that your vocal cords, they are part of your body, so if you're keeping your body healthy, you're most likely helping in the process to keep your vocal cords healthy. I already work out most of the time during the week. I'm a runner, so I do that on most mornings, but I've also added yoga into my routine as well. Yoga in particular is awesome for their great breathing techniques, and these can be extremely helpful for vocal training. If you can't fit in a workout routine, whether it's because of time constraints or maybe just because it's not something that you're interested in adding to your routine, try to stretch 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, just a little bit of a stretching workout to get the juices flowing. It's going to be really beneficial for your vocal cords. The next one kind of shocks people sometimes just because it's really like out of pocket. At least to me, it's pretty out of pocket. Pineapple juice. Yes, I have added pineapple juice to my routine. And it's really interesting because I honestly used to only drink coffee and water and maybe sometimes wine, but this has drastically changed, and we'll get into all the other ones, but pineapple juice is what I drink in the morning. It actually soothes the throat after, talking or doing any training. It has an enzyme that helps reduce inflammation if maybe you were talking for long periods of time. It also has vitamin C, and it's without all the harsh citrus that can dry out your vocal cords. So it's definitely a great replacement for the morning or, whenever you're feeling thirsty. I usually recommend no more than 9 ounces a day because of the sugar, and we'll talk about that in a second. Next, these 4 in particular were probably the hardest for me to adjust my routine and lifestyle to, and I'm lumping all of them together because honestly, to have a healthier voice, this is just a really, really smart rule of thumb. So avoid caffeine, alcohol, sugar, and smoke. So all these things can dry out your vocal cords and cause extreme strain to the voice. And, I'm not telling you to completely cut yourself off from enjoying, the things that you really like doing. I'm just saying doing them with more caution, or in the thought of, oh, maybe I have to use my voice for longer this day, or maybe, I need a rest day this day. So doing them on days before or during days you will be voice acting or using your voice often should be avoided. So for example, my big days off on Sundays, those days I let myself have coffee, maybe some wine, and honestly, I've cut out coffee. Was probably the first thing that I cut out completely, and I've replaced it with chocolate covered espresso beans or just espresso beans. That gives me the caffeine I need without, dousing my vocal cords in coffee. Next one is quite obvious. It's probably the most obvious one in the entire list, but hydrate. I drink water constantly during the day while I'm doing my VTuber work, and always right when I wake up in the morning, and always a little bit before bed. If you do nothing else on this list, just drink a lot of water. The next one is another workout. I'm so sorry, but it's vocal exercises. So there's actually a few of them that you can do, and it really depends on what you're doing or when your rest day is, which I'll get into in a second, but there are a bunch of videos from professional singers and voice actors that you should definitely check out online. You can look these up on YouTube very simply. I'll get into them quickly. The straw singing, You've probably seen it. They use a little cocktail straw and, you sing through the straw. It's a little more complicated than that, so definitely look up a tutorial. Scales. It's a singing exercise, but it definitely helps you, prepare your breathing and get you into a place where your vocal cords are capable and understand that they're going to be maybe used more on certain days. Lip trembles are my absolute favorite thing to do. I do them when I'm showering, I do them when I'm exercising, and it's basically that noise that, you treble your lips together. Again, it can be a little more complicated. Definitely look up a tutorial to why these things are helpful. And the next one is a diaphragm breathing exercise. It's also used a lot for singing, but I've seen a lot of professional voice actors also talk about diaphragm breathing, and this is just a technique that is super helpful to make sure that you're not overusing your vocal cords, you're breathing correctly, and the best part is the more you do this exercise, the more natural it becomes. Next one is a delicious thing I got to add to my lifestyle: honey. Honey is a really great snack, and adding it to your routine or, just part of your diet is really important. It does have a lot of sugar, so you do have to, take care and understand that throughout your day. But it's great for soothing the throat after a session. It has healing benefits that can help you keep your vocal cords really healthy, and I just... I was not a fan of honey before, but now I have it literally every single day, and I truly do enjoy having it as a snack. So next thing that's also really constant next to my water and my honey is my tea. I drink caffeine-free throat coat tea. Here are my two favorites. They're pretty good. They take a little bit to get used to, at least for me, but I always drink one in the morning and then one after any really heavy vocal session, or maybe when I've been streaming for long hours. It soothes the throat and helps you feel relaxed on those, the rest days that you're going to have. And relaxing is really important after you have been using your voice for long periods of time. So the next thing is a hit or miss for me. A lot of people swear by it, a lot of people don't like it. I use it on occasion because I think it does help, but it's not something that I would do every single day. There is this product, or this syrup, if you will, called Neem Jiam Pe Pa Kwao. I probably butchered that, so please fix it in the comments. Tell me how to say it correctly. I'm sorry. But basically, it's a throat and cold remedy that soothes the throat and allows it to recover from strain or, just using it for long periods of time. I highly recommend this when you are sick. So if you have a cold or you're having really annoying or painful allergies and your throat is just not 100%, this is definitely something for you. Now, there was a lot of people who were taking the syrup and just downing it, but there are labels on the package that say, dilute it with water. It is a very strong taste, but honestly, after a couple of times using it, I got used to it. It's kind of delicious if you ask me. Next one is something that not everybody can avoid, but if you can avoid it, please try your best. Don't work in cold places, if it's possible. The cold can make it really difficult for you to work. It's easier to strain your vocal cords when you're in colder temperatures. So you want something that's, room temperature, lukewarm, the most comfortable for you. And if that happens to be cold, then I understand, but maybe balance it out with a humidifier or something that gives your throat something warm like hot tea or, last but not least, rest mode. This is my favorite one. It is a rest day. I don't have to talk to anybody on these days. Basically, I take an entire day to rest my voice. I don't yell, I don't whisper, and I don't talk at all. I avoid singing as well. I don't do any vocal cord exercises during this time or this rest period. I do, however, do my breathing exercises, but the whole point of rest mode is to completely rest the vocal cords and let the throat relax during the day. This is one of the best cure-alls. If you're not into honey, if you're not into, changing your routine in terms of caffeine, this right here, resting your vocal cords, is a go-to that everyone can use at all times. So have a good time with it, enjoy it. walk around with a notepad. I don't know. But either way, definitely take your rest days because you're gonna need it. Your body needs to rest. Therefore, your vocal cords need to rest. Thank you for watching. Definitely push that smash like button thing that people tell you to do at the end of YouTube videos and subscribe and stuff. And yeah, my name is Aurora Maqui. You can find me on all social platforms. Yeah, go do that. Smash that like, smash that follow, smash that subscribe, smash all things, smash faces, smash. I live in the city. It gets really loud. Most people know because of my streams, but it's a little weird when you're trying to record something. Like anything in the body, you need rest. And we'll talk about sugar in a second, but let's continue.
Thank you.
When